Hello all, this is Scott Grove of GroovyMusicLessons.com. I just wanted to remind you guys out there, as far as guitars go, 6-string, 7-string, 8-string, this is going to cover all that, 9-string, 10-string, whatever you play, electric guitars. Don't forget to try different avenues whether you're happy or not happy with your current sound. Try different things. Remember, when you're playing a live gig, no matter what concert you've ever went to or played at, it's like you always mic everything, okay? So ultimately, all the audience ever hears is your guitar and every other instrument and every vocal through subs, mids, highs, so you have horns and subwoofers and all kinds of stuff going on. So that's the way your guitar is going to be heard. Okay, so do not dismiss the possibility of using such things as your amplifier. Okay? No, it's not crazy at all. From way back since the beginning of time, since the Fender Bassman, people have been using, bass guitar amps for their guitars. They have a cool sound. They can reproduce lower frequencies for your extended range instruments, your 7 strings, your 8 strings, your 9-string guitars, that speakers that are in the regular guitar amps these days cannot reproduce. They just can't do it. So in that instance, when you're using the extended range or baritone guitars and stuff, consider, even if you're using a guitar head, consider using a bass guitar cabinet. Like today I'm using my newest acquisition, which is right there, which is the Ashdown. Okay, that's the ABM 410T. So you got 410s, the blue line speakers, and the tweeter in the middle, which is variable. You can shut it off, you can turn it on low, you can, it's got the attenuator on the back. So that's what I'm going to be playing through today, and I'm actually playing through the Hartkey HA 3500 bass amp also. Okay, so that's what I'm playing, and I'm using the Merle Haggard signature Fender guitar. It's called the Tough Dog. These are actually $6,600 brand new if you want to get one through. That's the musician's friend price. So whether it be Guitar Center or that, same company, of course. That's the street price for one of these brand new. Is it worth it? Only if it is to you. But it is to me, just because it's what it is. Is it actually any better than any other guitars out there? No. I mean, you pay for bragging rights. That's what you pay for. I can easily go out and get a Korean-made, Paul Reed Smith for $300 or less, and it will be every bit as good, if not better, than this. Okay? So it's just whatever you want to pay for it, for your bragging rights. But again, that's not why we're here on this particular video. But do know that I'm going to make another video about that, though, about what's actually a good guitar for the money. So that'll be coming up probably today. And I've made that video before, but I'll make it again because people just aren't getting it. And then again, some people just don't care what I have to say, so I'm going to shove it down their throats. Again, so here's the guitar directly through that bass rig. Again, the Hartkey HA 3500 head through the Ashdown ABM 410T cabinet. So you actually have 2 ports on the back of here, which especially if you're playing 7 strings, 8 strings, 9 strings, whatever, and then you throw some distortion on there. Don't matter distortion or not. I'm not using anything. No distortion. This is going to be clean as a bell. But you throw distortion on guitars like that, or even on this, it sounds like, the wrath of God coming down, whereas a normal guitar amp cannot reproduce those notes with any authority. Okay? Respect my authority! Okay, so here's the guitar, just both pickups, everything dimed here on the guitar, just regular chords. Okay, so I mean, this thing is just as cleaner actually, than pretty much any guitar amp you can get. It's got that high end from the tweeter, It is beautiful. It sounds like it's coming out of a PA system. Why? Because it basically is. So that's where your sound eventually comes from, that the audience hears. So don't dismiss the fact that you can actually play through a bass amp that is multi-way. This actually being two-way, or if you added a speaker on the bottom of it, like a 15 or something, go three-way, and it would just kill. And again, especially for you extended range players or multi-string guitar players, and the distortion is ungodly when you throw. I use the Johnson J station a lot whenever I go direct as well, which I love those things. They were the very first little pod thing to come out, which you'll recognize. A lot of you have used things like this. Most of you probably the really horrible line 6 type variations. But like here's the Johnson J station. So it's just like a modeling amp. You throw that into a rig like this, man, you've got some stuff that you can't believe. It's just, again, like I said, the wrath of God coming through that thing, and just amazing. So give it a shout. Don't dismiss it. It's just a sound that you can't believe. So whether you want to try maybe even a PA cabinet, just a three-way PA cabinet, like I use cabinets that have a 15, a 6, and a horn in them, and I play my guitars directly through them, and they sound amazingly clean. So if you want stuff as clean as this, yes, I'm country, so be it. Let's go something not country. I'm just going funky. Okay. You're not going to find anything cleaner than that. Then you could always add the preamp and the effects and everything. So if you want tons and tons of headroom, choose a bass amp and something that is ported like this cabinet is on the back, and will just give you low end for days. I'll actually bring up the low end some more just so you can check out what's going on and what is possible that is not possible with a guitar amp. Okay, so again, of course, just 6 strings, but again, no effects, just a guitar chord and me through that amplifier. Okay, now check it out. I'm still on both pickups. I just added more bass on it. So that is the ports in the back working hard, and the bass amp giving you some bottom end that no guitar amp will give you, no matter what kind of EQ you throw on it. It just is not capable of doing what this bass cabinet is capable of doing, or what the bass amp is capable of delivering. So you throw a low B string on here, or another lower string on top of that, and like I said, a regular guitar amp and cabinet will not deliver the sound you're looking for. And especially if you want to throw on the heavy metal stuff and major distortion, you're going to feel this stuff. It will literally blow your pant legs all over the place. And that's the only way to get that sound. You're not going to get it through a guitar amp. Okay, so just trying to help you out. So for people who want to try it squeaky clean and let their processor do all the work, it's a great alternative to a super clean guitar sound that any other guitar amp isn't going to give you, period. Okay, again, I'm on both pickups, so I'm not favoring one or the other. The guitar is dimed. The tone is not down. It's wide open. If you don't have some high quality headphones on right now, put them on. I am using just the Sony Handycam microphone that's built into it, so it'll still pick up enough of the bottom end for you to tell a very noticeable difference without me having to go any kind of direct inline thing. Okay, it's just cool. drop D at one time just for the heck of it. You can hear everything in this room just shaking like your amp can't do. All my guitars are ringing, you know, sympathetic overtones, just making them ring. I'm just bending the neck. Okay, so there you go. Once again, Scott Grove, GroovyMusicLessons.com, and that is about as groovy as it gets. And we'll shut all this down. Amazing stuff though, so try different cabinets that you would normally not think of. Try different amplifiers that you normally would not think of to get your sounds. As just proven, that's just one way, and that is clean, of course. Why didn't I show the distortion? I didn't feel like dragging the, or actually it's even turning on the box. I wanted you to hear a guitar directly into that kind of source and let you imagine the possibilities. You go find them. I've played them. It's amazing. Just try it, especially like I said, all you 7 and 8, 9 stringers. Get a bass amp. Get something of a quality cabinet that has ports in it, not just front loaded, but something with some nice ports. Check them out. Take your actual guitar that you'll use to a store or to whoever's house that, you know, you're going on Craigslist or whatever, and check it out on what you would actually play it through. See if it does something for you. And again, the tweeter on the high end, you know, you can take as much or, you know, in or out as you want, but it's going to go through the horns anyway on your PA later. So to have that kind of studio quality sound right there on stage as opposed to just a couple of 12s makes all the sense in the world. And it's, like I said, it's the way I typically run. 95% of my gigs I go directly into my processor and then right into the mixer, you know, just direct bucks, and I'm good to go, and it sounds fabulous, you know. It's fabulous. So anyway, give it a shot. It's just a thought that actually works ungodly well, and again, especially for you people who use the multi-string instruments, your guitar amp is not meant to reproduce those notes. These are. They're meant to do that. So take it upon yourself to just explore, discover. You're in college, for God's sake. You're supposed to experiment. I'm teasing. Okay. That's it. So try different things out. Don't just go with, well, it has to be a Les Paul through a Marshall because that's just the way it's always been. Well, try something different. I'll just leave it at that. Okay, so I hope you will. Take care. See you on the very next video, which will be right after this one, if you keep watching. Please do. Again, go to GroovyMusicLessons.com and get all kinds of free lessons. More videos like this. Tons of everything, stuff you can't imagine. Me dressed up in a tutu. Well, as fat as I am, it's actually a 3-3, but it works. Honey Boo Boo lent it to me. Well, actually, she sold it since she quit doing the pageants, but that's a whole different story. I'll don that little 3-3 later on. I know you're like, please don't. It looks great with the banana hammock though, a big pink one. Anyway, I know you guys aren't going to be able to sleep well. Take care. I better shut this off before I make you sick. I know, too late. Okay. Herpy trails. Bye.